But also, if you really think about the fact that we are in a world where people have to go to work to do a job that, by the way, man, if there is a dude you need to get on this podcast, and there's a book that you would love. David Graeber wrote this book called Bullshit Jobs. This guy is a fucking genius, man. And this book, Bullshit Jobs, breaks down the phenomena of how many people are working in jobs that don't do anything for the world or the company they're working for. And it's not like this judgmental thing where he's like, yeah, that's a bullshit job. You're a blah, blah, blah. He's like an anthropologist, so he's very precise. But one of the qualifications for your job to be a bullshit job is that it's really kind of a worthless job. It's not really doing anything. And like companies have gotten so fucking big that they end up having like departments or people running departments or extra employees that don't really need to be there at all. And they have to pretend to work. That's what he writes about. He writes that if you really want to torture a person, not only give them like the job of like, pouring a glass of water in an empty glass and pouring it back, but then add to it that they have to deceive their boss into thinking that they're like doing an important job or they lose their job. So not only are these like some corporations and companies scanning your piss to see if you're taking a substance that is allowing you to connect with home, what you actually are, they are also demanding that you spend many hours a day lying to them that you're doing work that you're not doing. Like if you're fucking efficient, and this is another thing Graeber writes about. Forgive me, David Graeber, if in any way I misconstrue this. I read your writings stoned. But the other fucking element to it that is absolutely atrocious and fucking horrible is that these substances are connecting us to home. They don't want us to be in those states, and they're asking us to fucking lie all day. And you know what psychedelic means? The etymology of psychedelic?
No.
It means mind manifesting or soul manifesting, right? So a psychedelic connects us potentially with the truth, what we are, our identity, right? And these companies, they're asking us to lie, to be the opposite of our identities, to wear a suit or some kind of dress code, and to sit in a desk where, because you're efficient, you get your job done in 45 minutes, and for the next 6 hours, you got to sit and type and pretend that you're working, knowing you're a person and knowing that this is like unethical. But if you like go and tell your boss, hey man, I don't really have much to do, you might get fired. The boss might, like in the book, he cites one person because he did like a survey, and he cites one person who went to her boss and she's like, hey, I can finish my job in 2 hours. Can I have other stuff to do? And her boss is like, don't talk about that. Stay quiet about that.
Oh.
Yeah, man. That's the fucking world we're in right now because of automation. There's less to do. Computers are making shit fast. Why are we're working the exact same amount of time we were when there were no computers.
But you have to be there to get paid.
And you have to act like you're doing something or they can you.
Yeah. How many people right now are doing just that while they're listening to this?
A lot.
A lot.